Well, hey y'all. Welcome to the morning report. And sorry we haven't been as regular as we should be. It's getting kind of busy here in over in West Central Florida. Probably heard about it. You know, we have these storms roll in. A lot of us who have been here for a long time don't get panicked, because what we know is that just because you're panicked doesn't mean you're prepared. And what you want to be is prepared, really. You want to just sort of keep an even keel and do what you have to do, because you know what you have to do. And the calmer head you keep, the more likely you'll make good decisions. And that's really important. And that's important here when we're talking about preparing for storms and the like. But it's also generally important that we don't, just get hyper emotional and let every single event, either shoot us up into the sky or smash us down into the abyss. And as we get closer and closer to this presidential election, I think that we should also use that very same method, and that's what I plan on doing. Every single event doesn't either make me sky high and excited or in the depths of the most deep depression. As we get closer, frankly, I think that we should have already decided what we're going to do, and not one single event or video that shows up on Twitter, X, should make any difference. I mean, it just shouldn't make any difference. Even if CNN decides to have a presidential debate and Donald Trump not show up, so what? So what? And I hear some of you going, it'll make him look weak. Well, do you think Donald Trump is weak? Has he proven himself weak? Have you seen that already? Have you seen Donald Trump prove himself weak? Not be able to stand up for himself? Oh, that's the dude that, there's been 2 assassination attempts on his life, in the past couple of months. Is that a weak dude? Well, I'm sorry, mosquito. No. So, him finally deciding that a so-called debate on CNN won't be a repeat of the so-called debate on ABC makes him seem, for me, smart. It's a big waste of time. Well, but what about the independents? Well, the independents that are smart will also see that it's a big waste of time. Everybody saw what happened last time. And this will be the 3rd debate. Think about this. It will be the 3rd debate with 2 different candidates. I call the question, stop it. What, if she fails, they'll just bring in somebody else in the last 40 days? It's dumb. First of all, the formats that they do these debates on are stupid. It's ridiculous. It's outrageous. It's press events. Why bother? It would be his third debate. 2 candidates. Well, why? Joe gets one. Kamala gets one. Oh, I said Kamala, didn't I? Oh, because I'm always going to say Kamala. I'm like that uncle who never pronounced your name right since you were born, and you're 40 and he's 80, and he still hasn't pronounced your name right. So what you ought to do is just go, okay, You ought to just go, okay. You know what I'm saying? But no, it doesn't make any sense. But again, that one thing shouldn't make any difference for those that are supporting the president. Should make any difference. So what? And when you hear from people at the water cooler at work, we don't really have a water cooler at work anymore, do they? And neither do you, but you know what I mean. That Trump's scared of her. All right, whatever. So what? So what? Doesn't matter. Trump's already gone head to toe with Putin, gone head to toe with Kim Jong-un. The people that matter. Nobody's scared of Kamala Harris. And you know that. Just like when I said, we start talking about storms here. There are certain things that storms in this area that come through here this time of year don't do. I know what, people think, and we've seen the spaghetti models, but, if you've been around long enough, you've experienced what storms do and what they don't normally do. So, and you get some comfort out of that because you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, I got it. I know that it's supposed to intensify on Wednesday night and Thursday. Why do these things always intensify at night? Because they're demonic, that's why. You know what to watch out for. Fortunately, the weakest tree on our properties, my neighbor and I's properties, two Saturdays ago, just fell over. So obviously it was the weakest tree. It just fell over. It just, in the middle of the afternoon, just fell over. Yay. Now, my neighbor, a younger fellow, went out there and chopped that tree up in a fairly large tree with a chainsaw. And I am appreciative of him for doing that. It's awesome. Awesome. But that makes us feel, a lot more comfortable with if the winds get high or whatever. But again, we've lived through a bunch of these. I have been in Florida through every single major hurricane that most of you can remember. Most of those right in the very same home. So, I do know what to expect. So I know what to expect with Donald Trump, and I paid attention, and I know what to expect with Kamala Harris. So all this stuff that's going to pop up, bubble to the surface in the next 45 days, I don't care. It's funny. I saw you saw a video on TikTok that, not TikTok, on X, that Trump's somewhere, I don't know, behind a counter of some, looks like a convenience store or something, and he takes some money out of on one side of the counter, and he hands it to this lady on the other side of the counter like it's her change or something. I don't know what it is. And then, of course, the caption is, "He's passing out money for votes." I'm like, one big, loud, shut the hell up, please. But what we know is that we don't know the context of that. Trump's not out there passing out money. But we do know that the Harris campaign is out there saying that you're going to get $25,000 to buy a new house if we get elected. That's passing out money. That is passing out money. Literally. Passing out somebody else's money. It'd be one thing if you're passing out your own money, but you're passing out somebody else's money. I think I'm going to go this way. Yeah, I've got plenty of time. So, and people are going to be popping this stuff up, especially on social media. Well, no, I'm not going to go this way. Well, whatever. People are popping this up on social media, like, frankly, like it matters, right? And I'm telling you that none of it matters. None of it matters. I called the question weeks ago. This decision making is done. Absolutely done. We know what, this election is boiled down to, I think, two things, basically. Two things. The first thing is that there is one side that is perfectly okay with a person slaughtering, and I'm using that word on purpose, slaughtering a child in utero for convenience sake. They're perfectly okay with it. Perfectly okay with it. I'm passing a house. Now, yes, supposedly we've got some high winds coming and all that stuff. I'm passing a house that's putting out Halloween decorations in the yard. That's the most Florida thing I've seen all day. They're not taking them in. They're putting them out. They're getting the Halloween decorations in the yard all set up. It's like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be a Category 3 hurricane passing by us here in a couple days. Okay, well, whatever. We'll see. I love it. I love living here. This is freaking awesome. This is freaking awesome. I love it. Anyway, we have a group of people who are okay with the slaughter of a baby because it doesn't fit your life schedule. And we have a group of people who are like, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. So that makes it easy. People will go, well, that oversimplifies it. No, it really doesn't. It doesn't. Abortion is murder. It's the killing of an innocent life. And there really isn't any nuance there. Nothing complex about it. And so I want to let folks know that that's really what it's all about. So we got that going on. And the second one, we've got a group of people who are not interested in making sure that this country is secure energy-wise, so we can thrive economically. They're interested in a lot of other things when it concerns energy. But it isn't about making this country energy secure. Not at all. Yeah, I had a discussion, and I do that. I don't do it very often. I really don't, because I don't like to do it very often. I had a discussion with a young person in my studio the other day. I think it was Saturday. And they were talking about, fossil fuels and we're going to run out. And I asked them, where do fossil fuels come from? Where do these fossil fuels come from? And fossil fuels isn't even really a good name for it, is it? But where do they come from? Where does it come from? This organic material that turns into oil, where does it come from? And he sort of stumbled through the explanation. I said, I asked him this question, I'm asking you this question. Did that process stop? Has that process stopped? It's the very same question I asked the evolutionists, you know. Has that process stopped? Has it? If the earth is as old as you say it is, and man is as old as you say he is, when did it stop? When did that process stop? And why? How? Anyway, so we have you know, that side that is not interested in making the country energy secure, not one little bit. And the side that is interested in making us energy secure, because that protects our economy and that protects our well-being. That protects, yes, it protects our style of life. It protects basically everything. Maybe it shouldn't, but it definitely does. So we have those two things. Those two things that we're talking about. Everything else you see in the next 45 days doesn't matter. Everything else you hear or see on CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or ABC, CBS, NBC, doesn't matter. Because when you distill it, when you boil it down, that's what we're dealing with. That is what you're dealing with. And these particular candidates have decided what side of those two things they're on. They've already told you. So I'm not sure what there is to decide. I'm not sure what there is to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. What else do you need to know? I wish there was an option that I could just go in to the supervisor election office now and just vote, even before early voting, and say, you know what, I've heard everything I need to hear. I'm here for the call the question option. So you don't need to hear anything else? I do not need to hear anything else. I'm done. Here's my ballot. And frankly, a lot of you should be in the very same place. Whether Trump has another rally, there's another debate, J.D. Vance and Tim Walz in a debate, God bless. Don't nobody want to see that. Because it matters, it doesn't matter at all. It matters not. Right? Right? How important is it? If you think that a Tim Walz J.D. Vance debate is important, right? Why you think that is in the comments. Because I'm curious as to why you think that would be important. And why would it be important to your decision making on who you cast a ballot for President of the United States? Please. I'm interested. I think I've been pretty transparent on what my mindset is and how I'm coming to these conclusions that I'm coming to. And they're my conclusions. They are definitely my conclusions. How I'm coming to my conclusions, I want to know how you're coming to yours. I've been asking this question since 2008. What do you have to see? What is it do you have to see? Are you making excuses for what you're seeing? Because what you're hoping is that you're not really seeing what you're seeing? Because it frightens you? I guess it can be scary. You know, when these people say, we're fighting for the soul of the nation, the campaign people have used that as a cliche, and what they don't know is that we really are, and we always have. We are fighting for the soul of the nation. We're fighting for the soul of Americans. We're fighting for the soul of America. Where are we going to line up? Who are we going to line up with? Where are we going to line up? With what are we going to line up to? What's it about? And it's been pretty easy. I'll be honest with you. Neither of these people are squeaky clean in any way, shape, or form. You can't go through Donald Trump's life and say that he is squeaky clean, that he is the all-American boy. You just can't. And you definitely can't do that with Kamala Harris. It'd be great if you could do that. But we put ourselves in a position as a nation that is just not our reality now. So we have to be a bit more pragmatic than idealistic, don't we? So what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Write what you're going to do in the comments and let us know how you're going to do it and why you're going to do it. We would love to hear from you here at Fight Back Media. We'd love to hear from you. Just recently, we've had some I called trollish behavior, but not trollish behavior. And I didn't delete the comments, and I won't delete the comments, and I won't turn the comments off and all that stuff that people do when they get people who comment that disagree with them. As long as they're not, profane, because I don't want to read profane comments, and I don't want my friends to read profane comments. I just don't. And I don't want to get into that sort of profanity back and forth. So I'm sure you can find a way to disagree with me vehemently without resulting to profanity. I'm sure you can. I am positive that you can. And I understand. I'm also positive that you can disagree with me without necessarily insulting something about me that I'm, Uncle Tom, Coon, whatever. I'm sure that you can find some way to disagree with my points. And you're welcome to do that. You are welcome to do that. I love that. That truck zipped around me, blew the horn at me like, I don't know, like I was going to go 100 miles an hour, but I'm not. And they're like, I don't know, 25 feet in front of me. Good luck, bro. Why? Because I know this road. This time of day, I'm on this road every single day. I'm on this road every single day. I know this road. I know what the flow of traffic is. I know what the safe way to do it is. I know where all the problems are going to be. I know where all the safety concerns are going to be. It's just like everything else. Once you do it enough times, you know what you should be doing. And this is what I'm talking about. So what are you going to do? I can't wait to hear from you. Check out our audio podcast on Spreaker and on Spotify, all the places where you normally get your audio podcasts. If you're not a subscriber to this YouTube channel, please become a subscriber. Whether you agree or not is almost immaterial. If you agree, share, like, comment. If you disagree, like and comment. Can't wait. You can share too, it's fine. That'd be great. That would help us out. We'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel before the end of the year. We'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers in the next 45 days, if that's possible, as things heat up in this race. All right, we got to get out of here. Make room for somebody else. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.